morning. My name is Jane Grace Kinyanjui, University Librarian, as I've already been introduced. This morning, I'm glad to be with you to talk to you about the library resources that the university has put in place to enable you, students, the teaching staff, the administrators, and all our researchers to access those resources so that they can excel in their various activities, and for you students so that you can excel in your academic activities. I take this opportunity to welcome you to Egerton University and to welcome you to the library. And today I have a team with me. I have the in-charge Reader Services Division, Mr. Kenneth Rotich, who will be talking to you shortly. I also have Mr. Andrew Njuguna, who is in charge of the Resource Center, which is responsible for making sure that you access the electronic resources, information resources that the university has subscribed to. I also have with me Millicent Ongus, who is in charge of our research library. She is here with us this morning, and she will also be talking to you how to access the various resources that we have so that you can be able to do your assignments, to do your cards, and even examinations, and also follow through what the lecturers have been teaching you. As you are aware, the library is a place where you can go and access various information resources to answer any questions that you have, or just to create awareness. You can go to the library to read even newspapers, for example. So the library has a wide range of resources which you should make use of. So that is why we are here this morning to talk to you about those resources. So I will start by just saying that the Egerton University Library is actually a system which is comprised of 9 libraries. We have 4 libraries here in Njoro campus. We have the main library in Njoro. We also have the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences Library. It is also in Njoro. We have the J.D. Rockefeller Library, or TIL Library, which is our research library. It is also in Njoro. And then we have the Faculty of Education and Community Studies, here also in Njoro. Then in town campus, we also have 4 libraries. We have the main library, which we normally call Bawani Library. Then we have the Faculty of Health Sciences Library, which is opposite the Provincial General Hospital. We have the East Library, which is located where the principal's office is. And then we have the Faculty of Law Library, also in town campus. We also have a campus in Nairobi, so we also have the Nairobi City Campus Library. All these libraries, I would like to say, are actually available for our users wherever you are. If you are in Njoro, you can access the Njoro libraries. If you are in Nairobi, you can access the Nairobi library. And if you are in town campus, Nakuru, you can also access any of the Nakuru town campus libraries. So feel free to interact with any of those libraries when the need be. For now, of course, today we will give emphasis on the e-resources which you can be able to access wherever you are, even in the comfort of your homes. Now, the vision of the library is to become an excellent information center for academic and research activities of Egerton University community by providing conducive environment for reading and learning. The mission of the library is actually just to support learning and research needs of the university community. And as you have already registered as students of Egerton University, you have actually joined the Egerton University community, and therefore the purpose of the library is to assist you to achieve your objectives as a student in the university. When we are physically available in all those libraries that I've mentioned, and we have various hours, but our main hours of operation are from 8 o'clock in the morning to 10 in the evening, any of those libraries that I've already mentioned. Membership, who can be a member of our library system? We have the undergraduate students, of which now you have become one of them. We also have the postgraduate students. We also have the academic staff or the teaching staff, whom we normally refer to as lecturers. Then we also have researchers, and we have the administrative staff. And of course, we do also allow any other researcher from anywhere in the country or outside the country to access our library, because we are a public institution and we can avail our information resources to assist any researcher in the country. The information resources are many and they are various, and I just want to start by saying that we have over 529,000 volumes of books, journals, periodicals, and all other information resources. Now, we have over 145,000 books, printed books, that are physically located in the various libraries that I've already mentioned. But of importance to note today, and especially for you, we want to create awareness that we have many electronic resources. This is the electronic journals, over 93,000 electronic journals in various subject areas. We have also over 290,000 e-books, that is electronic books, which you can actually use from wherever you are, whether you are at home or you are in any other place. You can be able to access these e-resources. We also have some databases in CD-ROM, and these are physically available in our library in Njoro and Nakuru and even in Nairobi campuses. We also have other research publications. For example, the thesis of our students, when they graduate, they actually deposit a thesis, a copy of the thesis in our library, and these theses and dissertations are actually available also online through the Egerton University institutional repository. You'll be taken through on how to access that institutional repository. What services do we offer in the library? We offer various services, and these services actually are categorized into two. That is the technical services and the readers' services. And these actually are carried out in all the libraries that I've already mentioned. What do we mean by technical services? The technical services are actually services that enable you to access the resources that we are talking about. That is, for example, the library staff in those sections, they identify the relevant information resources that will be useful to your academic needs. They actually, after identifying, they actually order those information materials so that you can be able to access them. And when we say ordering, it means even subscribing online. They also do that so that you can be able to access them from wherever they are. For physical resources, like a physical book, we also do what we call the technical processing, that is giving every book a unique number which can be identified by our users. The Reader Services Division, which is the division you'll be interacting with a lot this morning, is actually responsible for loaning books to the students, to the staff, and any other researchers. The section is also responsible for offering reference and referral services. For example, you might need a particular book, but when we check in our database in the library, we realize maybe we do not have that book. So we can use our reference and referral services to refer you to a specific library to go there and you get assisted. For example, you might be doing a unique research in agroforestry, and maybe the only library that can assist you is Kefri library. So we can refer you to that particular library. We have collaborative partnership with them, and you can be able to be assisted there. We also have internet and online services, research services, and we also have an archives section where we have archives and audiovisual services. If you want to know the history of Egerton University, for example, you can actually get in touch with the archives section, and they'll be able to give you that particular information. So we also, in addition, we acknowledge the fact that our library users are abled differently. And therefore, we have tried as much as possible to cater for all the needs of all our users, regardless of their physical, mental, or visual capacity. Because we have also enrolled some students into our library who have some physical challenges, others have visual challenges, others have actually hearing challenges. So we have actually a section that we normally, through which we normally offer special needs information to our users who have various challenges or they are abled differently. So I want to just mention that all those services that I've talked about, they are actually run by various library staff. So the library is actually manned by highly qualified librarians who are actually graduates. Some of them are graduates of this university, others are graduates of other universities and colleges, and they all work in the library behind the scenes to ensure that all our users, and when we say users here, we mean the students, we mean the teaching staff, we mean the researchers, and even the administrative staff. So currently the library has around 95 staff who work round the clock to ensure that we can be able to provide the information resources and information services that our esteemed users like you require. So I want to take this opportunity to invite my colleagues to talk to you and demonstrate to you how can you actually access these library resources. So at this point, allow me to welcome Mr. Kenneth Rotich to talk to you on how to utilize the information resources in the library and the services. You're most welcome to give us any queries, any questions, and we shall give you the email addresses through which you can be able to contact us. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I wish you well in your academic journey. Thank you.
Students, I take this opportunity to welcome you to Egerton University Library. You have already been welcomed by our university librarian, and we take this opportunity to assure you that we shall offer services that will benefit your studies as you pursue your academic endeavors in this university. Though we have said that we are going to emphasize on electronic resources due to the new normal, but it's good to understand the services that are available in our library. And to mention, we have a library system. Our Egerton University library system is fully automated. That means any services we offer to you, we offer through a library system. And the library system allows us to offer, to loan your books and to renew books and to ensure that you return them at the right time. We also have to clear with our library security as you enter or exit the library. That is our security place where you place your documents. You normally encourage users, if you have any luggage, you should deposit at the luggage area, and you ensure that you don't leave your valuables. Just leave the things which you need to leave. We have a library catalog. That is an online public access catalog, which you use to search for books. Before you go to the shelves to retrieve a book, you need to ensure that the book you are looking for is available at our library, and you search through OPAC. That is the online public access catalog. And this one will also show you once you report to the university, so that you'll be able to maneuver through the system. We have, as already mentioned, we have library staff who are stationed in various stations who are ready to assist you. That is how to search OPAC. Normally, when you are searching OPAC, you need to know at least some basic information of the book you are looking for, either the title, the author, or even the subject. That one will help you to trace the books in our library system. Our books are normally arranged in a classified way so that you are able to retrieve the books easily. They are organized in subject way so that when you go to the OPAC and you trace what we call the class number, and the class number represents the subject of the book, it will help you to trace the book. That is our issue desk. Once you trace the book in the shelves, you bring it to the issue desk, and from there you have to present your student ID so that we identify you as a bona fide user. From there, we'll issue you with the book. normally our library has security system so that we ensure that the book that you take out is the book that has been duly issued. As students, you are supposed to ensure that you only walk out with a book from the library after it has been issued. Our security system is able to detect any book which has not been issued, so it's always good to follow the right procedures so that you don't fall in the wrong hands with our security personnel and the library administration at large. In the library, we have a reference section. The reference section deals with queries about information. If you would like to use OPAC, you would like to trace a book in the shelves and you don't know how to navigate about, just go to the reference desk and you'll be assisted to trace the book or the service that you need. We also have an archive, and an archive is where we store our past papers, past examination papers. If you want to peruse through the previously set past examination papers, you visit our library archives. That's where you'll be assisted to check some of them. We also have reprographic and printing section. This is where you can be allowed to photocopy a section of a book or even the past papers. As a university, we normally observe copyright laws, so there's restrictions in terms of to what size of a book you can photocopy. We also have Africana section and periodical section. In this section, we have collections of our theses and dissertations done by our postgraduate students. So visit them and visit the section and browse through and explore what we have. Also in the Africana section, also we have newspapers, magazines, which you can read at your leisure time so that you get informed on current activities. We have reading space in our library, both in all our libraries that has been mentioned as reading space. That means you can come and find a comfort place where you can concentrate your studies on. We also have Wi-Fi connectivity in our library, so ensure that if you have a laptop or an iPad or even your mobile phone, visit the resource center so that we can set your gadget so that it can access internet and use it for accessing our information resources, which will be shown in a short while. At this juncture, I would like to welcome Mr. Andrew Njuguna, our ICT librarian, who will take you through the e-resources. This is okay. At this point, I'll welcome Millicent Ongus, who will take you through how to cite these electronic resources before Mr. Njuguna comes. Thank you and welcome once again to Egerton University.
As you've been told, I'll just show you how you are able to do your search when you're looking for information in our information resources. As you've already been told, we have so many information resources. We have books, we have journals that you may look for information from. Remember, the world of information is full of so much that if you do not filter what you're looking for, you'll end up getting so much information and you may not have all the time to go through the same. And when that happens, you're going to lose out on what maybe will assist you when you're doing your research or you're answering an assignment that you've been given. So I'll take us through our search strategies in the library. So assume you are looking for information, you've been given an assignment, and you want to access just what is relevant for you. We have what we refer to as our search strategies. So it will summarize for you what you're looking for, depending on the words that you use. So let's have an example. You're looking for information on education and the girl child. I was saying, as you're looking for information, you can either decide to be broad, or you can narrow it, or you can be specific, depending on the time that you have to do your assignment. So when you're looking for information, avoid some words like the role of this and that, the impact of this on that, and some things like discuss this and that when you're looking for information. So the words like role of, impact on, led to, discuss, avoid those ones, analyze, just go specific to the subject that you're looking for. So we have what we refer to as Boolean search terms. Normally we have the words and, or, not. So if you want to look for information that is broad enough, you can say, I'm looking for information on girl, child, and effects of poverty. So you say girl, child, and poverty. Girl, child, education, and poverty. So it will give you resources that are talking about anything about girl, child, and poverty that is affecting the girl child. So we call that narrowing your search. We can also use the word or. So if you want to access information that is talking about the girl child, or poverty, or education, when you're searching, in your search term tab, you will indicate girl child, and then you write or, poverty, or education. So any item that is covering aspects on girl child, education, and poverty will appear to you. Again, you can decide to be as specific as possible. So you say, I'm only looking for information on girl child and not education and not poverty. So you indicate that on your search tab, girl child, then you write in capitals, not education, not poverty. So all the items that you'll get will just be talking about girl child. So that is how you do your search, so that you save your time, you don't get so much information, and then you'll not be able to go through the same. And sometimes you're also looking for some words, and you don't know which specific one, how you want it to end. We call that one truncation and wildcat searching. So if you're looking for information on nurse, but you don't mind something on nursing, you don't mind something on nurses, or something on maybe just a nurse, you just write the word N-U-R-S, then you put an asterisk, something like a star. It's there in our keyboards. So if you put an asterisk, something that looks like a star, the results you're going to get will give you information that talks about a nurse, talks about nursing, talks about nurses. If you want something about children, and you don't mind anything about maybe childhood, childbirth, and so on, again, you use the same strategy. You just write the word child, and then you type an asterisk. If you type the asterisk, it normally appears as a star, I think, on top of the keyboard of your computer. You'll be able to get any information that you're looking for that has anything to do with childhood, childbirth, children, and so on. So that's what we call truncation or wildcat searching. These are just to help you so that when you're looking for information, you may not get too much and you'll not be able maybe to get that which you're looking for. Remember, some assignments are time-bound, so it is important to do that. Then we also have what we call refining your search. If you are looking for information, and maybe you are confined to a specific area, or you just want maybe information on what is found between 2000 maybe and 2020, then in your search, you limit it. This one will be shown when you'll be going through how you go look for information in the journals and in the books and so on. You can limit to full text only. You can limit to time frame, what is found just within a given time. You can also limit to language. Maybe you don't speak English, you just want what is available in French, or you don't want any information appearing in any other language. Again, you can refine your search to get it to the specific language that you want. Other filters that we have are that you can have information resources. You're looking for information. You don't want a book, you just want a journal. Then when you're looking for that information, you say, I'm looking for information on child education. Then you can put a comma and indicate journal. Or you put a comma and indicate ebook. So whatever results you'll get will just come from the sources that you've indicated. You can also look for information in open access, in databases, and so on and so forth. So you're going to be shown how to access this specific information and search for them using the search terms the way we've indicated them to you. So you can refine your search. Remember we said you can narrow it, you can broaden it, you can decide to be specific. Again, you can decide to look for information in a specific place, maybe a journal or an ebook, and again, refine your search to maybe a period that you want to access your information resources. So if you want it just for a given period, maybe 5 years, you indicate the same. And my colleague, Mr. Njuguna, is going to take you through the resources that you have and how you are going to do what I've just talked about. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Andrew Njuguna from the library. I'm going to take you through the platform we use to actually access what we have purchased or what we have subscribed to. We normally have, we call it golden rule, that lecturers normally give quota, and the other quarter you get it from the library. So I'm going to take you through how to actually get the 3 quarter I'm talking about. We have a software known as RemoteX. RemoteX is a software which enables students to actually access the resources off campus. You don't have to be in the library, you don't have to be in the university. You can access it from comfort of your living room, wherever you are, because this is a cloud-based platform. We normally say that in Egerton Library, we are future-proof. So you get everything as I'm going to explain. So what is remote access? This is a software which has been used, or it continues to be used in 8 out of 10 universities. It's a very rich, a very good software which will enable you to get the 3 quarter of education resources I've talked about. So this is a cloud-based platform that provides a single portal for accessing variety of e-content, e-resources we've talked about. And by the way, our e-library, our online library is bigger than the physical one. So you don't feel disadvantaged that you are now not coming to the university. So it's a very big library, as you'll see as I'm going on. So the features, what are the features of this platform or this software? I've said it's a cloud-based. We normally say it is offered as a software as a service. So you don't need connectivity to access it. It's out there. So it enables access to library resources from a single portal. I've said that. Provides tools for users, services, feedbacks, article requests. Maybe you've been looking for a certain information and you're missing. We have a feature, you'll see it later on, that you can actually request that particular article, and we will provide. It has a comprehensive reporting module. This one will help us to build up our collection. If we see a certain article, a certain e-resource which is being required and we don't have it, the reporting module will give us the way forward, and we will actually purchase that. So another very important feature is that the RemoteX software is compatible. It works on all it works on all machineries. If you have an iPhone, if you have an iPad, a smartphone, it works. It cuts across. so it is compatible with any device you're using. It has also a very important feature called inbuilt authentication system. So we normally advise our students, don't give that email address, that password to your neighbor, to your friend, because that will amount to misuse. So we normally advise you, don't share your password. We may be forced to cut you short. Registration, how do you get registered? How do you use the software? Number one, we will have your email address. We normally insist on institutional email addresses. And we will send an email to that address, to that email. And once you get that email, click on the link. And you'll be taken through how to register. In case you forget a password, these systems works like any other system which registers users online. So in case you forget a password, you can always request the same. So you cannot say that you're bad. You can request and we will reset. We will give you the addresses at the end of the presentation. Again, once you register, there are two ways of accessing our resources through the platform. We are lucky to be embedded in our homepage of Egerton University, and we have a link also in our library page. So this slide shows you where the hyperlink is, where I have circled in red. That is where you click to access the platform. Also, that is our library page, and in the library page we have other resources. Subsequently, after this, you'll be told how we'll be training you on the others. We have so much. We have so much. So this is a login window. Once you click on the hyperlink, you'll be taken to this window where you'll be requested to input your password and username and password. Once you are in, this is a homepage of the platform, of the software. We have e-resources or e-databases listed alphabetically. And we have other features, as you can see. If you want to know the subject strength of a certain database or a certain ebook, a certain e-journal, we have, you can click on view details. It will tell you what it covers in details, instead of now going through each and every database. We also have tutorials. Some of these tutorials we'll have to train you people at some time. Mr. Rotich will talk about it at the end of the presentation. This is where we normally post a subject of interest to students and general users. So I've talked about the feature of feedback, article request. This is a very nice template. You'll be requested to input your username, your password, your email address, article requested. If you have what we call document object identifier, DOI, by now I'm very sure you know what that is. In a URL, Universal Resource Locator, you can give us. If you've been given a reading list, you can input your surname there, subject, and we will, just in case you miss. So this is a very good interaction template we will be using now and then. Madam Millicent has talked about searching strategy. you don't have to memorize all that. We normally call them Boolean operators. You don't have to memorize all that. I've taken an example of Taylor and Francis. This is a publisher. And basically, all the other publishers, almost they follow the same pattern, so you don't get lost. So this is an example of how you access. Probably, for instance, you are searching, you are doing a search on genetics. At your left-hand side, you can see we have filters. Those are what Madam Mitchell was talking about. You can narrow down. You can actually narrow down from 1 million, we normally call them hits or search results, to manageable number of about 20 and below. We normally advise our students, please deal with anything which is 20 and below. If you have 10, the better, because of time. So publishers normally know the challenges students have. So this is what they've done. They have created an interactive panel where you can filter by date, you can filter by the relevance, and you can even actually say you want a document or an article of 2020 or 2019 to 2020. So that one is straightforward. Our resources, which we have subscribed, and I've said there are so much. Most of them, majority, you can download the full text. What do we mean by full text? Full text is you can download the whole document, although we have some, we will be training you on how to avoid copyright issues. So, but it will allow you to download an article, a chapter, and on your screen you can see we have a PDF. A PDF, this is what we call portable document format. We also have, if you've installed an editable version, you can still download and copy paste. Although we don't encourage copy pasting so much, but our resources you can actually download in full text. Another feature which we have borrowed from a very powerful search engine called Google, we realize that we have a lot, when you are searching across our databases, you may find you are having issues, or maybe you're not actually getting the subject of choice. So we have embedded a Google search engine, which will search our resources. This is how you do it. It is down there. We have listed it among our e-resources. So you simply go to Google Custom Search and you'll search all documents, all resources at the same time. So, for instance, I'm searching university and education and Kenya. This is what we call Boolean search. You combine using the Boolean search and or not. So you simply use the same searching strategy, and that is how we do it. We have in Egerton, normally we have what we call institutional repository. Some people confuse it with archives. So this is an online database. We have created any material produced from Egerton, we normally store it there. So Egerton University Institutional Repository is a digital service that collects, preserves, and distributes digital material. And at this point, it's good to note that this is also, it's open access. You can access it from wherever you are. And if you have time, we'll show you how to go about it. So it also contains theses. These are research papers, research resources which have been produced by Egertonians, especially those who are doing masters, PhDs. We have their theses uploaded in our institutional repository. We also have book chapters which can also be uploaded there. Conference proceedings, seminar proceedings, public lectures, all those policies, reports, anything about Egerton, we normally post it there. So once again, welcome to the library. Those are our contacts. In case you have any library issue, we have a librarian email there. But anything to do with information resource inquiries, simply write to us at eresources@Egerton, eresources@egerton.ac.ke. And the other one is librarian@egerton.ac.ke. So at this juncture, I'll welcome Mr. Rotich to talk about trainings, because we have a lot. Welcome to the library.
Thank you, Mr. Njuguna, for that presentation. I'm sure you have explored and seen the resources that are available for us to use during our academic journey. And for us, or for you to benefit from these services that we offer as a library, we have organized trainings which we'll be doing every Friday at 2. But for you to be able to benefit from those trainings, we'll invite you, and you need to have registered as a student. It was mentioned at the beginning of the presentation that all students need to register fully at the university. At this juncture, we are going to get your emails from the admissions office. And using those emails, we'll activate a password, username and password, to access the the off-campus platform that Mr. Njuguna talked about. So you need to ensure that you are fully registered so that we can get your emails, and then we activate your off-campus access credentials, that is username and password. You'll see the link from your email. You'll click that link, and then you set your own password. As Mr. Njuguna mentioned, this is your password. You only need to use as a bona fide Egerton University student. So always look at your emails for any updates of the trainings. That is where now we'll take you step by step. I am sure you cannot follow everything that was mentioned today because we have just mentioned all the services that we offer as a library. But we'll now take you from the basic to the detailed so that you know where do you go to search for information and where do you proceed. We even how to reference those information that you get. You are now entering into academic world, and you need to use only resources which are academic or which are scholarly. Thank you, and welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenneth Rotich, Millicent Ongus, and Andrew Njuguna for the wonderful presentations. I'm sure our students now know how to access our e-resources, and where they have not understood, we have also, as we have explained, we will be having trainings every Friday at 2 o'clock so that you can join in and ask any questions to get clarifications on various aspects that you have not understood. And in case you have any challenge in terms of utilizing the resources, that is the opportunity that you have. Attend the training sessions so that you can know how do you open a book, how do you download a chapter, how do you use that particular chapter in your assignments or cards or even examinations. So I think with those, we would like to stop there. We have only one question, and I think in the process of presentations we have answered it. The question was, how do you access online learning resources? I think we have taken you through how to access the online resources and how you can actually download them, and how even you can put your search strategy. How do you put, is it an author or a title of the book or even a subject area? So I think that question is already answered, and because we do not have any other questions, we would like to stop here. And we wish you well in your academic journey. As I said earlier, the librarians are many, not only these three that are here this morning. There are many other librarians, as I already said, and so do not hesitate to ask us any question. And even when you go to the university website, you can go to Ask the Librarian link and raise any questions or queries that you have, and we shall be able to get in touch with you using your email address that you shall have been given. Thank you so much. God bless you, and have a good day.